All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Thursday. Yay. I'm like just pressed record. And so minor freak out moment in a very good way. We have our first call with like 10 full people on it. So we will be giving a giveaway today. I've got to dig and see what we're Allison, there's 11. Okay, y'all keep me in check. I love it. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely doing a giveaway now, and I am ecstatic in this current moment. So, okay, couple items of business. First, next Wednesday or Thursday, Carly hasn't said yet, but it's going to be the happy hour sneak peek that she's doing. So new coaches, once I divide the groups up, I'll talk to y'all about it in the team page and explain what that is. But that is next Wednesday or Thursday. She's out of town this weekend, so I don't know what she's got planned. So it's one of those days. Either way, doesn't matter. Start inviting. Challenge groups are on the way. The big announcement, obviously, is the video that I did today in a very basic nutshell. So we're going to divide this into 3 groups now, and I'm really excited about it. So I did say in the video, I think that y'all wouldn't have to worry about 3 groups. I kind of lied because the leaders, aka Emeralds and above, you are going to be in all 3 groups. And that is because I want you guys keeping track and keeping tabs on your coaches and your newbies and your discount coaches. I will basically run the discount group, and it's just going to kind of be run like a accountability group. But I just, if I ever need y'all's help and stuff, that would be much appreciated. But for the newbies group, you guys need to keep tabs on your people. I don't want just kind of like we do rock the basics through email and stuff like that. I want them to see you guys as a leader, not just me. I want them to see you stepping up and leading them and being a part of their journey and not just my face all the time. So, Danny, I'm a squirrel. What are we? Okay. I go crazy when you type in the chat box. It makes me laugh. That will be a good practice for when, yes. Very good. Yes, it will. When you guys do your own teams, you break away from me. But yes, you will be in all 3 groups. So Emeralds and above will be in that. My goal is to have those done this weekend. I say that very, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't hold me to it. Hoping Monday or Tuesday, but if I get it done this weekend, we'll have a little mini party celebration dance. So that is really all. We are going to do something totally different, something that we have never done before. P.S. Hold on 1 second. Hi. I can't see. Sorry. How to give lovin's. I've been, oh, shut up. He's been gone all week. I had to give him at least a kiss. So, anyway, whatever. It's been long. Okay, we're going to do 13. We're all moms. Most of us are, at least. So, something totally different today. Something I've never done. And for new coaches, I'm not going to put you on the spot. So just listen, because most of the team calls is you guys get to hear me spatting out a lot of stuff. And so I'm not this time. And I'm going to let nobody on this call knew that what was going to be happening. So my veteran coaches, be ready, because we're going to play a game. So in the chat box, let's see, we talked about, I asked if you could, say some things that you're struggling with. and we're going to kind of go with that. What I'm going to do is teach you guys something that I've learned literally in the last like 2 days. So I had a team call planned and totally botched it and decided to go this route. So it's something I've been playing around with, and I'm going to reverse teach you guys in a sense. Hopefully. That's the goal at least. We'll see if it actually works. So biggest thing, one of the biggest things, people aren't buying. It's April. Allison, I'm unmuting you. Don't give me that face. Don't give me that face. I'm unmuting you. Okay, talk to me. Why do you think, okay, I want you all to pay attention to what I'm doing as things are falling. Feedback. I'm going to mute myself after I ask you. Why do you think people aren't buying?
Well, I mean, a lot of our people, I think, are gearing up for end of the school. And so all the kids are super busy and they're overwhelmed with, you know, we have baseball, you got t-ball, you have all the teacher gifts. I think all of my people are really swamped with their kid stuff. And I'm sure it's just an excuse, but I mean, I'm a mom. I get it. You know, I've got all those things. We have 3 teachers to buy 4, and it's just, that's what I've been getting a lot of.
Okay, so why do you think they're not putting themselves first?
Because we're moms. I mean, that's just.
No, I get it.
I mean, they're moms. I mean, these are things that they have to take care of this stuff first, and we always put ourselves in the back burner. And that's just what I've really been trying to pump this month. But so I know it's not falling on deaf ears. I just have to, you know, keep encouraging them.
So what are you saying to help encourage them that they don't necessarily have to put themselves on the back burner, but that it's a good investment right now?
Well, I lent out my 21-day CDs to a couple people so they could try it for a week. And that way I can show them how easily they can incorporate it into their workout. I've given away a ton of Shakeology to people that I know really were receptive to it, not just people that wouldn't understand the value of it. So that's what I've been trying to do, and then just follow up with them.
Okay. Have you connected them to their why?
Yes.
Have you asked them why?
I have. I really promise you have.
No,
and like I said, I have about 8. I have 8 who are there, but I've lost a few conversations because I think a lot of people are still just hanging on, don't want to get that deep yet. That vulnerability level, they're not there yet.
Right. Why do you think that's the case?
Oh man, this is tough tonight. I know it's going to be a quiz. I think if you sincerely want to answer that question, I think it does take a while. I mean, unless you just want to give some kind of off the top answer. But I think for some of the people I'm genuinely having conversations with, like, you know, we're sitting in the ball field, like we're still trying to think about it. So I've given them a few days to kind of come back and kind of follow back up. We have a game tomorrow night, so we'll follow back up tomorrow night.
There you go. I love that you do so much of this in person. If you're a new coach, Allison's been, she's one of our diamond coaches, and gosh, you've been with me 8 months now? Mm-hmm. Is that right? 8 months. And she is a full-time working mom, and love that she does a lot of stuff like on the go, and definitely does it a little bit different than a lot of our stay-at-home moms. So if you're a working mom, like Allison's like, watch her, because she's got it going on over here. She definitely defines fitting it in the mom cracks. So, okay, I'm going to let you breathe for a second. Okay, let me see. I'm going to go to gallery view today. Let me see. Okay, raise your hand. Who's having trouble recruiting coaches? Don't, not raise your hand because you're afraid that I'm going to, okay. Oh, yes, a male. Woo! Okay. All right, Sean, I'm putting you on the spot.
That's all right. No worries.
Okay, why do you think you're having trouble recruiting coaches?
Oh, a lot of that's just me. Right now, it's time. My own excuses, really. Danielle kind of, it's one of those things, hey, do this with me. So I kind of help her with her people, and I kind of neglect mine, like the people that I've talked to. Right now, it's just really talking to people, rebuilding relationships with people that I've done. A lot of it's just me posting. I'm not a social media person.
Yeah.
At all. So if you see like 2 posts in a week from me, that's probably
a good thing.
Pretty good thing, you know. And I'm getting better.
Okay.
Like I post my meal this morning. Post things every once in a while. I'm more about inspirational quotes and things like that. But I just don't. I've never been. I call social media anti-social media because it gives reason for people not to meet and talk to each other.
Yeah. Danny said that about you. You're very like social, like in person, which is totally fine, which is great. Okay, so because I know a lot of people on here are having the same problem. This is why I asked this question. So why do you think, like, what is, you said you, what about you is holding you back?
Probably a couple of things. One is males are typically very skeptical of things, and I was very skeptical. I like it. I do it myself, but I'm also one of those things, like I want to be almost a finished product before I start doing something. But that's me, right? And everybody's different.
That's a lot of people. So why do you feel like that? Why do you feel like you have to be a finished product to?
As a male, I want to see the end result, right? Yes. As like when Danielle was talking to me about it initially, I was like, well, let me see what you can. I want to see the proof.
Yeah.
Like, show me. It's kind of like Jerry Maguire, right? Show me the money.
Yeah. Nope.
That's what I want you to do. And to me, it's as a male, I just know male perspective and persona. Like, yeah, you're great, you're doing well, but now are you going to go the other direction? Mm-hmm. You did that good for 2 weeks. Let's see if you could, or 2 months. Let's see if you could sustain it. So right now, for me, it's not even about losing more. It's more about sustaining. You know, sustaining where I'm at, so I can go. It hasn't changed, which I know that it's changed for me, and I know my mentality and where I'm at. A lot of it honestly is just me taking the time out of my day to do stuff. Like I kind of, and Danielle, I don't think she'll take this the wrong way, but I sacrifice a lot of the things that I would typically do for myself to allow her to do the things that she needs to do for her. Mm-hmm. So this is part of that for her. So I'm the one that takes goes to the sports. I'm the one that takes the kids to do those types of things so she can get her things that she needs to get done. I cook.
Clone you? Like any other spouse, like Jay's super supportive, don't get me wrong, but like, please.
Yeah. So I mean, it's gotten a lot better. We partner a lot better together now than we had in the past.
This has definitely improved our relationship.
Yeah. Oh, good.
That's what it is. It's just me I'm still trying to get comfortable with the fact that, because I really did this to support her, not necessarily but now that we're thinking about it, I drive for Uber.
Right.
Lyft on the weekends, and I had a rock fly through my window.
I was going to say, share your why. I want everyone to hear your why.
So I had a rock throw through my window, and I feel my kids deserve better than that. To wonder if Dad's going to make it home in the morning, you know, and really my reason why is I'm selfish. It's me, right? When you think about what I'm doing right now, my wife says it's so I can run around with the kids, but ultimately when we all think about it, it's us. It's for me. It's selfish. Yes, I want to run around with my kids, but it's not necessarily. It's for me. I want to be able to do that, right? I want to be able to enjoy those things. So that's what it is for me. It's about me being healthier, so my kids have me longer. And that's the why I wanted to get healthier, and that's the why I want. And I'm doing this. My why also is for her. It had nothing really to do with me initially. I've always been okay eating healthy and getting those things. And Danielle's been the sweets, the queso, the things like that. And when she wanted to change things, I knew it was important for me to go along with that. Otherwise, it would have lasted a week and it would have been back to what it was. So my why is my family, 100%.
I want to go back to ladies, as we now that we have a male on the team, I'm actually, oh my gosh, we have another person popping. Yay. As we recruit and continue, don't fear guys. Like, don't fear them away from the team, especially as we start building. But they are very different. They are very results driven. I've been talking actually to some coaches that are males on other teams, and that's exactly what they say. They're results driven. I say that that's male typical, but raise your hand if you were the one that wanted to see the results first before you started. Okay. Brandy, can I pop you on? Why?
Because I'm skeptical too.
Why?
Because I've seen a lot of people start things and not finish, and I was curious as to why I didn't want to put the time and money into something that wouldn't work. CrossFit worked really well for Mike and I, and it just was no longer an option. And this wasn't anything close to that, and I didn't know what would happen.
Dang it, that was a really good answer. I'm like, I have this plan in my head, and you answered everything that I wanted to answer. No, who else? Skeptics at first in this. I really wasn't, honestly, but my husband was. Okay, so I want to go back to a very big question, whether that's coaching or challengers. Who I know new coaches, you just now getting on this and starting, but Jess, I'm gonna mute you because I know this was a big one for you. Okay, I'm not gonna scare you away or anything. Why were you so afraid of recruiting coaches at the beginning? Because you were like me. You and me are very similar in this. Waited 6 months to even start recruiting coaches. Why was it?
Talking to someone about that today. I was afraid, I guess, to share a journey that I hadn't been on yet. I was afraid to share the little things. And honestly, part of it I didn't even think about. It wasn't even a thought to share it. Because me, it was more of a physical journey that I was on than recruiting people to join me as coaches. I hadn't seen that part of the business yet. So I was scared to invite to it. I was scared to add coaches to it until I really saw that that's where your business grows.
What was scary about it?
Just inviting someone to something that I hadn't really been a part of for long. A month or two in, I felt like I didn't know anything about coaching. So how do I talk about it? And sending an invite and getting an answer back and not knowing how to respond was huge for me. I'd sit at the computer for 30 minutes. How do I respond to this person? I don't know. And a lot of that came with a lot of YouTube videos.
Why did you think you needed to have all the answers?
That is very much my personality. I am very much a perfectionist. And so I think part of that was personality for me, just wanting to know all the answers. And I feel so much more comfortable now, you can join me or you don't have to join me. I'm keeping going no matter what. So
I love okay, I'm going to piggyback off of that. So what about the word no scared you? It scares all of us. If it doesn't, you're lying. Or if it does, at the beginning. So what about the word no was intimidating to you?
I guess it's just the rejection of no and you not wanting to be a part of something that, I've invited you to. I guess I don't know. That's a good question.
Did you take it personal? Was it a personal rejection?
No, I mean, I guess to an extent, yes, but it's just like anybody telling you no. Like, you never want to hear the word no. I mean, I guess maybe kind of personally, but at the same time, it was more just like, now I see the benefit, and it's like, where I am now, I'm like, oh my gosh, this would be so wonderful. So now when I hear a no, it's like, oh my gosh, I know how much this could like truly bless your life. And so it's like you say no, and I'm like, oh, but I know how good this could be for you. Then I think I just didn't really see, I don't know, I didn't see where I was going. And I think that's why it was hard to invite. And then hard to, when I got the no, it's like, okay, well, what, makes you not want to do it again, I guess.
Okay, why was the no? Okay, I know at first multiple. Okay, I'm trying to reword this. So a lot of times when we hear no, whether that is a challenger, whether that is a coach, who remembers the call if you've been on me? How many times is it going to typically take a person to say no before they say yes?
10.
Yes. 10 times. Now, if you're on here and didn't tell me no 10 times, thank you. You made my life a lot easier. But typically, that happens. What was the switch for you, Jess, about, like, in your mind, what switched for you from hearing no to, like you just said, it was like almost like an encouragement in a sense? What switched?
From hearing no to,
like, hearing no as in like, oh dang it, and kind of feeling that rejection like you talked
right.
about, to like knowing that this is something that could help them. Like, where was your switch in your mentality? Like, did you do something, or like?
Well, personal development, huge. I did not do that for, in the beginning. I read a book, and then I like took like a 3-month hiatus for personal development, and then got into doing the audiobook so I could just listen to it in the car when I was cooking dinner. And that was a huge switch. Go for No was amazing. It was like, just do it. And once I really started doing it, I was surprised by the reactions I was getting. I think I was anticipating a reaction in my head. I very much overthink things. Oh my gosh, to the extreme overthink things. And I think I was thinking what they were going to say in my head before I even invited them. And then once I actually started inviting to coaching or inviting to challenge groups, and saw the positive response I was getting, I mean, then it was like, okay, why am I not doing this? Like, why am I not giving people this opportunity that I think is so amazing? Like, giving them the opportunity to see about it. So I think doing it kind of is what changed my mindset and professional development for sure.
Why do you think you were creating these like answers in your head before they actually happened?
Oh, I do that like all the time. Like, I'll be going to someone's play and I'll replay an entire conversation in my head before I even like get there. So like, I do that not only in business, but just like life in general. Like, I play conversations in my head all the time before I have them with people. I'm very much an introvert, and like, and talking like makes me nervous, and so I just have those conversations in my head before they even happen, anticipating what's going to be said. So that's like, I do that in all aspects of life.
No, I love that. Awesome. Okay, Danny, I'm coming back to you. You ready? Okay, Danny's talked about this publicly, so this is why I'm sharing it now. Okay, so Danny killed it the first 2 months of her business, missed Success Starters, and then kind of fell off a little bit for a few months. And then she went to a retreat. Is that February?
Yeah.
February. Went to a retreat and has literally killed it. She's one coach away from Diamond. Her goal is by tomorrow. So I want to know why, what was it that made you first fall off the kind of back out a little bit?
For all 3 months, or and actually it was 3.5 because I started mid-June.
Mhm.
And I had worked all of June trying to get Success Club. And then every month, those first few months was a real struggle. And every time I talked to someone, it felt like I was being desperate, I guess. And like, so, and I was just trying to talk to enough people to get Success Club. So, you know, I ended up talking to like maybe 3 or 4 people a month, and then just banking on them saying yes, like with no. And so that third month when I didn't get it, and I didn't get it by like 1 or 2 points on the last night after having people set up where they backed out and all that. It just shot my momentum straight in the face.
Mhm.
And it got me really down because it was one of those like having a real big goal and then not reaching it and then feeling, you know, depressed. That also then made me drop off of my physical part of it, of staying active and eating well and doing well for me, even though I was listening to personal development still pretty much every day. You can listen to You Are a Badass, but if you don't believe it, then it's, you know, it's the intentional listening.
Yeah.
Just playing it in the background is not going to make a big difference if you're not paying attention to it. And then when we went to the retreat, and it's funny, I told you this earlier, Sean and I, about 2 weeks before I went to the retreat, we were bowling with some friends, and we made a bet that he had to beat me by so much because there was no way I was going to win. But he had to beat me by so much or I won the bet. And if I lost, he had said, you either have to really start working this business or you're going to have to cancel this Shakeology in the next 6 months because we just can't afford to keep paying for it. And then about 2 weeks, and I agreed with him. I was like, it's really not fair for me to just be drinking my shakes and not doing anything. And so, you know, a couple weeks later, I went to the retreat, and it literally changed everything. I mean, I came home, I literally didn't sleep for 36 hours because I was so pumped. I mean, I had so much energy. I didn't fall asleep until like 7:00 Sunday night after waking up at 8:00 Saturday morning. I was just floored with everything and so excited. And I think it showed. It got me right back into working out pretty much every day, eating well, posting. And I think that's been a big part of it is the consistency of posting. I have people tell me all the time, it doesn't always lead to anything, but they tell me all the time, I love seeing your videos and y'all, you know, you're so inspiring and all that and motivating. And I've had a few people who that has made a difference with where they're like, okay, I'm ready.
Right.
I see you posting, I'm ready, I want to do that. And it's the event. I mean,
Yes.
we got such good information, but the thing is that all of the information that we've heard before. But being in that environment and, you know, being around Sarah Try and Carly and Lauren Kliske and Alexa Luckenbach, who was hilarious, and just everybody, and getting to see all these and be around all these big coaches and realize the same thing that they have said a million times. We're just normal people, just like y'all. There's nothing different between me and you other than I get to work. And when I get to work, I work.
Right.
And so it was cool. It's just, it was amazing. And it was definitely worth the money, and it's an investment. I mean, all of these retreats, like Summit's going to be a huge investment, but it's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. I love that. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. And y'all know how fast I normally talk. It's about to go like double speed. I got 5 minutes. Y'all proud of me? Like I shut up. Okay. That was the point of it. What did I do? What was the biggest question I asked the whole time? Why? What happened? Y'all opened up to me. Like some of you guys opened up like and legitimately opened up some for the first time in a while. So why aren't we doing that with our challengers, with our coach prospects, with our challenger prospects, the people we talk to? Just ask them the question, why? I've been doing this in the last like 36 hours, literally. The other question is what? Like, what about this intrigues you? Why are you interested in this? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to join this challenge group? Why is that your like question? Like, why? Just keep asking them why. It is amazing how much that they will answer and open up to you by this simple question of why. Like, use your questions. Just shut up and listen. You know, I'm terrible. I'm a yapper. I talk all the time, and I just have to learn to be quiet and listen. And like even today, there were many times I want to like cut you off, but I didn't, just because I will like have a thing to say. But you learn so much more when you just ask them. Just start talking to them. Why do they do, like, literally, like the book I'm reading, you know, so if someone's moving, why are you moving? If someone likes something, why do you like that? Like, literally the question why opens up so many doors. So I want to challenge you guys this week as you go and talk to people, start conversations, you know, start with the question why. The book that I'm reading right now is Good Leaders Ask Great Questions, John Maxwell. Unbelievable book. I'm like on chapter 2 and it's amazing. So obviously, and then Josh Coates, I'm doing the Josh Coates personal training with him right now, so that's helping too. But just ask them questions, and the book does lead with some of the questions that you can ask as well. But you know, it helps us talk to people and care for people and show people that we care about them and not it's just all about us. Okay, so think about just as this call progressed and just opening up, and then I'm just going to end with this. Danny touched on it, and one, you've got to be doing your PD. You've got to be doing personal development. If you're new, great books to start with are Go for No, Richard Fenton. Is it Fenton? Yeah, Richard Fenton. Compound Effect, Darren Hardy. You've got to pick a book and read it. Your personal development is going to be crucial to this. And then being on these team calls, I know like getting to events might be hard for some people, but these things are life-changing. Coming back from California, life-changing. Like being around people that, I'm less than a minute and I'm not letting it cut me off this time. Being around people that are so like-minded. Literally today I was like doubting myself. We did this letter where they like put stuff up about you. This is what this community is all about. This is what this like family is all about. It's about lifting each other up and making each other stronger and praying for one another and just, you know, being there for one another. And when you're around the people like in person, there's no words for it. So Summit, get your butt there if you can. Seriously. I promise you they'll probably open 10,000 tickets in May. That's what they did last year. If you're not on the wait list, if you're brand new, get on the wait list right now. So anyway, I just wanted to do that. I know that was really different. Thank you guys for who talked, but go out there this week. I'm going to check in with you guys, ask people why, what, ask them their questions. Okay? Got it? All right. I love you. It's not cutting me off today. Bye.